Welcome back, folks. Today we're playing with some 12 gauge again. This is Babby's second 12 gauge session. What's up? So at the end of the first one we had 20 of these done. These were the Browning holes, the Dove and clay loads. Yeah, these holes are pretty thin and trashy and they just aren't that great quality. I'm glad I got a second loading out of them, but I had a few left in my last 5. I was doing perfect until my last 3 actually. And we ended up like this. This one's kind of crushed. And these are just the worst I've ever done. So I actually tried to open them up and reseat them and reshape them. And this one turned out a little bit better. So I was able to salvage, 2 out of the 3 really crappy ones. But this one's just ugly and that one's just barely hanging on. I'm fairly certain they'll be able to fire though. So at least I got some practice. And now I know that these are less desirable than these favorited Remington Peters Premier STS here. I can tell why these are everyone's favorites right off the bat. So I've already loaded maybe 6 of these, and just right off the bat you feel them and it's like, holy crap, this is a totally different material. They just feel better made. They're thicker, they're more pliable. They're actually harder, but I don't know. They just feel better. You can tell it's higher quality. And I've done 6 so far. And these are an 8-point crimp rather than the 6 I was doing. So that's on this front stage here rather than the back stage on the load all. But you can see some of them I'm getting a little swirly pattern and some of them are just kind of straight. So anyways, we're just running a few more here with that same load of tightwad. And this is the 7/8 ounce of number 7. So we're nice and deprimed now. Come over here and you can tell these are better made because they have enough tension left in them to actually hold themselves over that little priming rod. So now we actually need some primers. I'm just gonna do these 4 here real quick like. Drop him in. And now with that actually sitting on that guide rod already, it's perfectly centered to both deprime and, pull off the ring and reprime. Freaking perfect. I haven't had any issues with these Chedites yet, but I bet if I were to go back to say a Remington or CCI primer, these pockets would be loose. So that is something to note if you're switching back and forth between domestic and European primers. I haven't experienced that, but I'm just gonna stick with the Chedites because they're available and they're cheap. Into the 3rd station, powder. Boom. Now we can come over. We're gonna add our wad. CB017512 right there. Gonna come down with the guide. Seat him in there. And we can see where that's at there. Very nice. We didn't actually need to take them out. We can actually leave that down at our shot. Now we'll check out our fill here. And that's right to the top of the wad, which means we're gonna have a nice crimp here as long as I do my part properly. So I believe you need the star facing at you. So we'll go ahead and pre-crimp. Ooh, nice and easy now. Oh shoot. Uh-oh. Aw, nuts, man. Aw, nuts. I'm smashing them. Maybe it was the valley you're supposed to put towards you. I don't know. I'm gonna go for it, brother. Oof. Squeaker. That actually didn't feel horrible, but it's the worst one I've done so far. See, I turn on the camera, and that's when you screw them up. But really, it's totally usable. Like I said, I just need to get some clear fingernail polish. Just hit that with a dab there, and it'll be nice and sealed up. And I mean, nothing's coming out, but it'd be good insurance to know. If you're running through a semi or something, you don't want that to come open. Reprime, deprime, and resize. New primer, take off the ring. Stage 3, add our powder. Come up, we can set our wad in. Come down, shot. Back up. Perfect. All right, I'll try the valley this time. Nice and easy. That actually felt a lot better. Yeah, way to go, dummy. That looks much better. And I saw the old shotgun scientist, Tyler, hitting it multiple times on the crimp there. And it does help a lot with this Lee press to just even that out if you give it a spin and touch it again. So that actually looks a lot better than I thought. Heck yeah, man, we're getting the hang of this, and I really enjoy these holds. So I'm gonna go looking for some of those here in a little while. Or, well, next time I go to the range, whenever the hell that is. I'm gonna need one more primer. Okay, that was without touching and spinning it and all that, but there we go. Last piece here. This is like relaxing. There's my last primer, I found it. Excuse me. Yeah, anyways, it's not like single stage center fire reloading. This is, oh shoot, need a primer. It's a different animal here with this shot shell reloading stuff. It's not difficult, it's actually really easy to get into. Your powder measure's set. I mean, I'm running pretty much the minimum load here with my tight wad and this bushing and this load and all that. So I don't have to worry about an overcharge or double charging or anything, because if I move this over, I'm dumping shot rather than powder. So you can't do it twice in a row. And if you dump your shot into your powder or whatever, then your fill's gonna be way different, and I won't be able to seat my wad, or my wad will go way too low and my crimp will screw up. So one way or another, I will catch it. Did I add my shot yet? Sure didn't. And see, I can tell because it's on the shot side still. Look at that. Yeah, I'm just really surprised about the consistency of this $60 piece of plastic. Pretty impressive. Can't wait to actually go shoot these. I should probably not load up like 6,000 of the same load before I even test it. But I'm just trying out some different holes and, trying to get my process down. So now we've tried some 6-point and now some 8-point crimps. And I would say these look pretty dang good for the most part, except that guy. Ew, don't look at him. We do have a couple swirlies. But for my first 10, I think they'll all go boom in a good way. Not a bad boom. Not a kaboom, but a downrange where you point it into the clay kind of boom. Anyways, that is it for Dummy's second ever shot shell reloading session. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Let me know down below what I can do better, or what I'm screwing up, or give me some tips that you have in your process. I do have a hole reconditioning tool, the Spin Doctor. I do have a 2-pin roll crimping tool on the way. I do have some buffer for buckshot on the way. I do need to cast some buckshot. So we got lots of stuff coming. Let me know down below what you want to see. Let's get into shotguns, fellers. Have a good one.